Jai Hind everyone. It is well said that if you walk with the whole world will walk with you. Otherwise, the time comes when you just become redundant and no one is there to take care of the things or lift you up back to the to on your feet. So, following this particular trend, Subhati has always believed in keeping itself abreast with the modern technology so that the students of Subhati can get to face the world upfront when they leave the campus. Keeping that particular tradition in mind, the Bhaijeta College of Engineering, a constituent college of Swami Vivekananda Subhati University, is starting with a center of excellence in the form of 3D printing. Guys, almost say 35 years back, who would have thought that we are going to print the cells, the tissues, the organs, all these things are going to be manufactured in a lab? It was just a dream. But way back in 1986, Charles Hull was the one who started with the 3D printing and he called it as the stereolithograph. And he was the one who has got the patent to this particular technology. Now, coming back to the present era, first time the 3D printing were utilized for the human beings was in the year 1999 when the bladder, a fully functional bladder, was formed in the lab and was implanted in a patient, and that is considered to be the very successful implant. Now, in Subharti, we believe that excellence begins at home. For that, we have to acquire the modern technologies. We have to have the latest in trend. Whatsoever is there with the world, we have to have with us also. Following that particular tradition, this 3D lab is going to prove a boon to the students as well as the faculty alike. It has multiple applications right from say the engineering college to the agriculture college to the college of life sciences to the dental college to the medical college. You name a field and it has an application there. So the applications range wide from printing the 3D models, then printing the cells, printing the tissues, printing the organs. As of now, the limitation of the resources and because the cost of the equipment is pretty high and the cost of printing is also very high, so the use is limited. But in near future, definitely we are going to see the beginning of the cheaper versions of the same thing, because once the competition increases, definitely we are going to get the cheaper versions of the 3D printing. To enlighten you more about the medical uses where you can have the 3D printing of the cells and organs and the tissues, Dr. Apoor Mawar, oral surgeon, and Dr. Krishnamurthy, general surgeon, will be enlightening you further about this particular, the uses of this particular 3D technology in the field of medical sciences. As of now, there is a lack of organ donors. There is lack of many people in India as well as abroad. They die because of the lack of the organ donation. So this 3D printing is definitely going to prove a boon for the people suffering from the terminal illnesses, so that they can have a one more chance at life. So keeping this particular thought in mind, I congratulate all of you. I would like to congratulate the Dean of the Bhai Jeta College for having this center of excellence in the form of the 3D printing lab. Congratulations, one and all.
Thank you, Advan sir, for giving me this opportunity. And I want to congratulate the university for moving forward in this direction. this is a very upcoming field, and जब कोई नया फील्ड आता है तो with the youth having immense capabilities, and वो अपनी अपनी फील्ड में उसको ढूंढ सकता है। मेडिसिन में 3D का बहुत ज्यादा एप्लीकेशन है। अगर हम प्रीवियसली एस्टैब्लिश चीजों की बात करें जो अभी चल रही हैं, तो जैसे कि जब हम किसी भी सर्जरी को करते हैं या किसी कॉम्प्लिकेटेड फ्रैक्चर की बात कर रहे हैं, तो उसके अंदर हम 3 डायमेंशनल डिजाइनिंग करके उसके फ्रैक्चर को एग्जैक्टली बाहर देख सकते हैं और प्लान कर सकते हैं कि कौन सा स्क्रू किस डायरेक्शन में जाना बेस्ट है। उसी तरीके से जब हम हेड एंड नेक सर्जरीज की बात करते हैं, कोई कैंसर कैसा है उसको निकालेंगे, फिर उसको रिकंस्ट्रक्ट कैसे करेंगे, चेहरे पे इतना बड़ा सा डिफेक्ट है या दांत पूरे गायब हैं, जॉ गायब है, इतना हिस्सा हमने निकाल दिया, हाउ एग्जैक्टली टू रिकंस्ट्रक्ट, व्हाट वुड बी द प्रोसेसेस लाइक, कहाँ पे लगेगा। न्यूरो सर्जरी में हमने स्कल डिफेक्ट कर दिया है, क्या प्रोसेसेस लग के इस पे चला जाएगा, ऐसे करके। तो ये तो अभी एस्टैब्लिश्ड है। आगे व्हाट इज देयर इज, जैसे कि अब आज मैं ऑपरेशन कर रहा था एंड आई वाज एट अ वेरी डिफिकल्ट प्लेस, ऑपरेटिंग एट अ वेरी डिफिकल्ट प्लेस, एंड द रूटीन इंस्ट्रूमेंट्स वर जस्ट नॉट वर्किंग। आई वांटेड कि अगर एक इंस्ट्रूमेंट ऐसा ना हो कि ऐसा होता, तो मैं ये ऑपरेशन ज्यादा आसानी से कर सकता। तो डिजाइनिंग ऑफ न्यूअर इंस्ट्रूमेंट्स बहुत बड़ा फील्ड है, बल्कि हमारे यहाँ जो न्यूरो सर्जन है उनका पेटेंट है इस नाम पे। उन्होंने स्पाइन में जो ऑपरेशंस करते हैं उसमें ही हैज डिजाइन्ड सम न्यू इंस्ट्रूमेंट्स, न्यूअर स्क्रूज, न्यूअर टेक्निक्स, उस पे उनका नाम से वो चल रहा है। एंड अगर हम केवल टीचिंग की बात भी करें, केवल टीचिंग की बात करें, तो भी जब हम किसी बॉडी ऑर्गन की बात करते हैं, हम जब उसको किताब में देखते हैं तो हमें कभी भी उसका साइज और ये सब के बारे में नहीं पता चलता। एंड डायग्राम में बहुत सारी चीजें जो हम दिखाते हैं वो इस हिसाब से दिखाते हैं कि समझने में आसानी हो। दे मे नॉट बी एक्चुअली हाउ दे आर लुकिंग इनसाइड द बॉडी, सो इट गिव्स अ वेरी गुड आइडिया ऑन द स्केल ऑफ विच थिंग्स आर एक्चुअली हैपनिंग। एंड जैसे कि अगर हम सीवी दिमाग में जब स्ट्रोक आ जाता है उसकी बात करें, तो दिमाग के अलग अलग एरियाज, और हम ये अप्रिशिएट कर पाएंगे कि उसमें जगह जो होती है आपस में 1 या 2 mm की होती है। ये सब वो चीजें हैं जो विच आर एक्चुअली हैपनिंग, एंड वी जस्ट नीड टू ब्रिंग इट हियर, एंड वो भी होगा। दिस इज द एडवांसमेंट्स दैट वी आर टॉकिंग अबाउट। एक और बहुत जबरदस्त फील्ड है, just by changing the material of ink that we are using। जैसे कि हम प्लास्टिक ना यूज करके अगर मेटालिक यूज करें तो हम इम्प्लांट्स और इन सब की बात कर रहे हैं। उसी तरीके से नया कंसेप्ट आ रहा है कि अगर हम मेटालिक ना यूज करके सेल्स को यूज करें, सेल्स एज इन द लिविंग सेल्स को यूज करें, तो समथिंग नोन एज बायो प्रिंटिंग इज कमिंग अप। जैसे किसी का बर्न का पेशेंट है, उसको कहीं पे स्किन में काफी बड़ा सा एरिया है जो गायब हो रखा है, और मैंने 3D प्रिंटेड स्किन उसकी प्रिंट कर दी, समथिंग नोन एज बायो 3D प्रिंटिंग, और वो लगा दी। सो दीज आर ऑल एरियाज, एंड आई नो, मैं होप नहीं कर रहा, आई नो दैट विद दिस इंस्टीट्यूट एंड दिस सेंटर कमिंग अप, दिस विल बी अ इवेंचुअलिटी, ये होके रहेगा। तो ऑल द बेस्ट टू एवरीवन।
Jai Hind. Thank you, Vijay Dudavan sir, for introducing this topic. This is a very important topic, 3D printing. And I'm Dr. Apoor, working at Subharti Dental College, which is a constituent college of Swami Vivekananda Subharti University. I'm working in the Department of Maxillofacial Surgery as a professor. So I would be detailing about 3D printing. So if we see, this printing technology is not new. This had been here since 1980s. And subsequently its use got widespread because as the patents got expired, so it started, the use was quite widespread for this. So even AIIMS has introduced this last year, and we are proud to have this technology at Subharti also. So if we see in dentistry, there are a number of uses, and I would be taking a few cases towards the later part. So let us see how does the workflow for 3D printing process actually moves. So the first part consists of data acquisition, which is very important, because if we don't have a data which is correct, then we may actually start having products or the final product which would not be accurate. And then comes the designing or the virtual planning, which is again a very important step. And then finally we have got the fabrication, which is actually the 3D printing part. So what is virtual planning? If we talk about virtual planning, is a process in which the data which we acquire, we do our planning over there. We see everything virtually on softwares, and then we plan our models, we plan our surgeries. And this is again very important because we can actually educate the patient with this, and we can also teach the students, and we can see our final outcomes of the surgery. We can see the possible complications which can be happening during the procedure. So this all can be seen during the process of virtual planning. And if we see the workflow, the first is acquisition of the data, which can be had through intraoral cameras or lab scanners, and radiographic techniques like CBCTs, CT scans, and even MRIs. And we have all these at Subharti here. Subsequently, this data is being transferred to a software where we manipulate or we see the data according to how we are going to use this data. And we do our treatment planning. And once the treatment planning is completed, we can further go towards the next step. However, if we compare it with the conventional process, say like for an orthognathic surgery, this would consist of taking impressions, making models, then doing this surgery on these models. It was a cumbersome process and it took a lot of time. But this all can be simplified very easily by using this. Let us see a small video for virtual planning, how we can do actually virtual planning. So if we see this virtual planning over here, we can see that in this particular patient, we are able to see both the soft tissues as well as the hard tissue of the patient. That is the skeletal framework. And these skeletal frameworks, they can be separated and they can be moved individually. That is what we do in orthognathic surgery. Simultaneously, we can also see what is the effect of these movements on the soft tissue, so that we can educate the patient, we can show it to the students, and we can even see how our surgery would look like finally. What will be the outcomes and what are the possible complications which may happen during the process of this surgery. So this is what is virtual planning. So now we have seen what are the advantages of virtual planning, where we can educate the patient as well as we can show it to the students, even the patient, the outcomes. So what next after virtual planning? So if you see after virtual planning has been done, we need to transfer this planning to the operatory table or to the models. So this is where the role of 3D printing actually comes in. So we have got different techniques for doing 3D printing that are stereolithography, inkjet printing, fused deposition modeling, and selective laser sintering. Now, these techniques are being used in different applications. So if you talk about the fused deposition modeling, this is one of the most common techniques which is being used, and it is amongst the most economical ones also. And it is the process consists of basically melting a material and extruding it out through the nozzle so that we can lay that material layer by layer and form the final object or the model which we plan to. We will see a short video over here how the fused deposition modeling takes place. So the next technique which we have is the stereolithography. This is one of the first techniques which came into 3D printing era. And stereolithography basically consists of a technology or a technique where we have got a liquid or a resin which is sensitive to light. Now, once a light or laser or UV is incident on it, it solidifies, and then again we make it layer by layer. The advantage of this technology, it is very accurate, and we can have multiple models which can be made at the same time. Material polyjetting or material jetting or inkjet printing again is a very important technology. It is also used for bioprinting, and we are printing number of splines for this technology. The advantage with this technology is that we can have printing with different materials at the same time. We can even print in flexible materials. We can have a very high precision. We can have a very smooth output. I mean, so the models would be very smooth and good. So this is one of the techniques which is coming up also. Now, if we talk about direct metal laser sintering, this is the technique which we use for the purpose of making patient-specific implants, or maybe the framework for removal partial dentures. This is the technology which we use for making plates for the patients, even if we are using it in other parts of the body. So this technology basically consists of melting a material and sintering that together. The material is in the powder form, and once the laser is incident on it, it melts and they stick together to make a part. The advantage with this particular technique is that we have got very high strength objects. We can print it in titanium, we can print in steel, we can even print in cobalt chrome, and we can have very fine details. We can even make hollow implants with this. So if we talk about the different applications, we can use this for removal complete dentures, partial dentures, fixed dentures. We can have it for maxillofacial prosthesis, where even we can have craniofacial implants, like you can see in the picture which is there in the lower part. So we can use it for all these things. So we come over to the few cases which have been performed at Subharti Dental College. If we see along with the Subharti Medical College, we see this first case where we have used the technique of fused deposition modeling. So this patient we had during the COVID pandemic, and since he was having a very peculiar kind of a fracture, so to reduce the operatory time also and make it easier for the operator or the doctor to perform the surgeries, we virtually planned the reduction of the fracture. And once the fracture was reduced, the model was printed. And on this model, we adapted these plates. Now, these plates could be simply applied or fixed to the patient intraoperatively without requiring much time on the operatory table. So this is the post-op radiograph for the patient. In the case, implants, we all are aware of dental implants. So whenever we are putting multiple implants for patients, they need to be at a particular angle so that the prosthesis can be fabricated much more easily, and the final outcome is also more aesthetic. So here we see a young patient of 32 years. She had reported with multiple missing teeth, and the teeth which were remaining were also not salvageable. So we planned total extraction for this particular patient, and multiple implants were planned. Now, this required preoperative planning, wherein we can see that the maxillary sinus is quite close over here. So this was the various implants were planned. This is how they were virtually planned. This is how they would look on 3D simulation. This is for the maxilla or the upper jaw, and this is for the lower jaw or the mandible. Now, once this was done, these stents were fabricated, and the holes through which we would be drilling so that we are able to place the implants at the desired depth and angulation. So this is the intraoperative view. We can see the surgical guides are being fixed, and this is how the implants were being put into the patient. This is the post-operative radiograph. We can see multiple implants have been placed for this patient, and this is the prosthesis which was fabricated for this patient. And we can see over here the patient final outcome. The patient is very happy. In that case, we are using two techniques for this particular patient, where we are using the fused deposition modeling as well as direct metal laser sintering for this patient. Now, this patient had a big pathology on this mandible, on the angle, and the condyle process was all involved. So this was resected. This was a patient we had operated around 30 months ago. And at that point of time, the patient desired for a stock plate. So we had this plate over here. But over the time, this plate was not keeping at its anatomical position. It was slightly getting displaced. And at the end of 30 months, it was totally displaced out of its position. So for this patient, we made models by fused deposition modeling. And then we planned the patient-specific implant. This was verified. And once this was verified, the patient's specific implant was printed in titanium, and this was given to the patient. This is the intraoperative view, and this is how post-operative radiographs look for this particular patient. The other case, this is wherein we have used two processes, that is the fused deposition modeling and the direct metal laser sintering. Again, this was a 62-year-old female who had multiple OKCs or multiple, it's not multiple OKCs, but recurrent OKC was there. So for this particular patient, this is the preoperative CT scans for the patient. We can see the large amount of mandible, the ramus, the angle, even the body region being involved. So this area was resected, and after resection, this is how the mandible would look like. So this was made by a fused deposition modeling. And in the lower right side, you can see how the patient-specific implant was planned. Then this is the preoperative testing, or the accuracy of the patient-specific implant was checked. And once it was verified, this is the intraoperative view and the post-operative radiograph of how the implant would be placed in the patient. So this is the post-operative view. The patient has been rehabilitated completely with the teeth also. As of now, we see the availability of 3D printing is being limited to certain areas where they are easily available. The rest of the areas, it is difficult. It is largely concentrated in down south in the Chennai, Bangalore, Hyderabad, and Mumbai. And if you see in the northern region, it is largely area limited to Delhi and Chandigarh and around. And Subharti is one of the institutes where we have this technology over here. So we can conclude, or we can say that 3D printing is a very important technology, and it's an upcoming field in which one should always move forward with. Even the students, they need to be educated and they need to be told, because the future lies in 3D printing. And as far as it is concerned with dentistry, as the popular adage goes, publish or perish. So the same goes for dentistry: inspire, innovate, and apply. Or soon you may be an outdated practitioner who is not practicing the latest technologies. And one important point over here to realize is that it's not just the medical part which is important. Even the engineering part is important, because these patient-specific implants, they are being planned by the biomedical engineers, wherein they see that the implants they are fitting adequately to the patient. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Apur, for such a informative information about the 3D printer in the application of 3D printer. Now I would like to invite Mr. Rajesh for applications of the 3D printer in the fashion designing.
Thank you, Sachin sir, for your kind introduction. Myself, Rajesh from Fashion and Fine Arts Department. So I belong to fashion design field and I work as an academic coordinator here. The application of 3D printing in fashion is like widely known. It has been used since ages, and many things has been produced in the field of fashion from 3D printing, like special buttons to certain kind of brushes to certain kind of components for a garment. And this application has been used since long. But now, as we know that 3D printing has been widely used by many big designers. I want to name few like the House of Chanel, which is a very big known face of design field, and she's the biggest couturier the world knows. So she belongs to a fashion house from Paris, and they use 3D printing with textile manufacturing, and they come up with innovative dresses for their collection. In 2015 they started, and now also every year they try and use 3D printing in their designs. The widely known designer to use 3D printing in her collection is Yvonne Harpen. She uses 3D printing widely for her collection. And for known brand like a sportswear giant, we all know that Nike is a sportswear giant from America, and they use 3D printing since ages. But now for their latest collection for football bags, they have used 3D printed panels for the base of the bags, and that is very famous, used by Messi in the recent Copa America Football Cup. That bag was used by Messi for carrying his kits. And also 3D printing has been used in many kind of fashion accessories. If we name a few brands like Melissa, it is the biggest footwear brand from US again, and they use 3D printer for their collection of footwears. Like they printed 3D printed footwear range for their entire collection. If I have to name, they have produced stilettos and certain kind of shoes which are made up of nylon, but it is completely 3D printed. If I give example of art, in the field of art also, the 3D printer has been used since ages. But nowadays, if an artist want to convert his or her collection into a embossed effect, or if they want to give a three-dimensional effect, they use 3D printing, and the imagination is coming true to the world because of the 3D printing. So because of 3D printing, I think we will spark creativity in the field of fashion and as well as fine arts. Thank you very much, Engineering College. I would like to congratulate them to own 3D printing lab in our own premises. Now, I think our student will get opportunity to explore, and they will come up with nice 3D printed designs. And thank you very much for giving me the opportunity.
So now we will be explore a little bit about more in the field of a 3D. Myself, Vikas Sharma, my colleague name, Mr. Sachin Kumar, Assistant Professor in Bhai Jetha, Subharti Engineering College, Swami Vivekananda Subharti University, Meerut. These are the contents about the 3D. First one is introduction, then the basic model of a 3D, general principle about the 3D, methods, the types of a 3D printer, and different types of a software used, advantages, disadvantages, and applications of a 3D. The first one is an introduction, how 3D printer is working basically. 3D printer is an additive manufacturing, is a process of making three-dimensional solid objects from a digital file. It is basically convert all the physical contents in the form of a physical with the help of a 3D softwares, like a different kind of a software we use in a 3D printers. The creation of a 3D printed object is achieved using additive process. It means you can make multiple layers of a layer which can produce the 3D devices. In additive process, object is created by laying down successive layers of a materials until the entire object is created. It is a method of converting a virtual 3D model into a physical model. You can see in the picture, the left hand side we see a virtual picture, but we convert into a physical object with the help of a 3D printer. This is one of the major advantage of a 3D printer right now. This is our Ender 3D printer, which is used in our lab for making a different kinds of a 3D projects in the field of a medical, education, games, and many other fields. I will explain in further. General principle of a 3D is basically modeling, printing, and finishing. Modeling means you can additively manufacturing takes virtual blueprints from computer aided design or animation modeling software and slices them into digital cross-section for the machine to successfully use as a guideline for a printing. It is a basic part of a computer parts where we can use a different software to make all the possible things with the help of that softwares. Next part is going to be printing. It performs a print. The machine reads the design and lays down successive layers of a liquid, powder, or sheet material to build the model. That is a depend upon the type of a printer. We can use all three things with the help of a 3D printer, like a liquid form, with the help of a powder, with the help of a sheet material. Everything we can be used according to our requirements. Now, series of a cross section from the CAD model are joined together or automatically fused to create the final shape. The primary advantage of this technique is its ability to create almost any shape or geometric feature. This is one of the wonderful printing part of our 3D basically. Finishing, this is one of the most important part of a 3D printers. Throughout the printer production, resolution is sufficient for many applications. Printing a slightly oversized version of the desired object in which a high resolution subtractive process can achieve a higher resolutions. Now, these are different types of a 3D printer which is available throughout the world right now. The first one is stereolithography. Dr. Apoorv has already explained the stereolithography printers, digital light processing, fused deposition modeling. This is our printer which can be used in our university for modeling purposes. The fused deposition modeling. The fourth one is a selective laser sintering, selective laser melting, electronic beam melting, laminated object manufacturing, binder jetting, and material jetting. Last two jetting process or 3D printer are most widely used for making a different materials like a building structure, like a body parts, like any other thing. We can be used with the help of a binder jetting or material jetting. In this, we can be used any kind of a material for making anything, whatever you think they can be made in form of a 3D printers. Now, this is a basic process of a 3D printer. First of all, we're going a person to create a 3D image of an item using a computer-aided design software part. You just make any image, whatever you think in your mind, that is created by the 3D software like AutoCAD, CATIA, and many more. We can be used for a 3D printing. Second part, we can convert that information into the printer. The information is to be transferred to the printer. And last one, the printer forms the item by depositing the material in layers, starting from the bottom layer onto a platform. In some cases, light or lasers are used to harden the material. Depend upon the requirement, if you can use slicing material or you can use the FDM, that is a depend upon the requirement. And the same image will be created in a 3D printer, which is to be generated onto your CAD software. Our printer is a FDM, basically, fused depositing modeling. In this, uses a plastic filament or metal wire as an input material to an extraction nozzle. The nozzle is heated to melt the material hardness immediately after extraction from the nozzle, and the image will be created on the 3D printer with the help of these techniques. Now, software used for a CAD, first one is AutoCAD, CATIA, software for a G-code printing. This is a file which is printed by the 3D printer. And the Cura software is to provide all the 3-dimension X, Y, Z. We will be see in the help of a Cura software. Now, these are the advantages of a 3D printers. Rapid prototyping, we can be used, clean process, complex shapes are easy to handle to make all these shapes, cheaper process than any other processes. Some disadvantages also of a 3D printer's process is very slow. Components do not have enough strength. Raw materials is used so much, and it can be waste like a starting of a base manufacturing, and after that we can make all the materials. We can be used all the shapes. So raw material is used so much. Misuse 3D printer are still expensive for making a design. These are applications of a 3D printer: medical field, in the field of games, defense, space, construction, food industry, fashion, transportation, safety, health sector, education sector, cultural heritage, and museum-based digital twins. Look at here, the medical field. Physicians can use 3D printing to make hearing aids, artificial teeth, and bone grafts, and so many things we can be used in the medical field nowadays. I will show an example. An Indian origin researcher have created a 3D printed bionic ear that can hear radio frequencies for beyond the range of a normal human capability. This is one of the most major advantage or useful thing in a medical field. Fashion, you can use any kind of making like a shoes, dresses, and anything. Whatever you think, you just make with the help of a 3D printer. Defense, you can use rifles, making weapons, anything, whatever you think. The 3D printer is now make all the things. Space, world's first 3D printed jet engine is created by some manufacturers for Australian researchers for a 3D printed for providing the speed of a jet engine. And games, we can be used in multiple shapes with the help of a games. So thank you. This is a basic about the 3D printer. Now I would like to invite our Honorable Vice Chancellor Sir for inaugurating our 3D printing lab. Please do the honor, sir.
Jai Hind. I am happy to inaugurate today's great achievement which Swami Vivekananda Swarth University has achieved. It's another feather in the cap. As we know that now this is the era of industry revolution 4.0, where we have already in the past have 3D anatomical lab. In same sequence, now we have acquired 3D printing. Now this is such a tool which is in line with the industrial revolution 4.0. Like many other things like artificial intelligence, then cloud computing, IoT, Internet of Things, and so many other things which have come up. Now this has revolutionized the things not only in the industry but also in the education sector. Now 3D printing is going to be a great help, as you mentioned earlier, that it is something gives a very close engagement between the students and the teacher. Now one can see that how the prototype is created, and this can be understood well and can be practiced. Similarly, it can be used in many other areas like dentistry, architecture, and even in the medical field, where one can accurately make prosthetic limbs. Therefore, the 3D printing is going to be boon in our university to take us in another platform, another standard, not only from the point of view of his achievement, but actually it will be very good and beneficial for the one who is going to teach, the teachers, as well as those who are going to learn. Because it can be used in many ways and definitely going to help. So I'm happy to really inaugurate today's function, and I wish all the best to the team of engineering and the university as a whole, who have come up with such a facility which is going to help in the long run and definitely going to help our students and teachers alike. Thank you very much. Jai Hind, Jai Subharti.
Now I would like to invite our team, Dr. Manoj Kapil, to conclude inauguration ceremony and tell us about the Bhai Jeta College.
Bhai Jetha Subharti Engineering College was established in year 2019 with an objective to bridge the gap between industry and academia. Here in this college, we have introduced several advanced courses which are being taught with the help of ICT enabled classrooms, project based interactive learning. We have a specialized and renowned faculty members, state of the art infrastructure with world class facilities and laboratories. Here, we emphasize more on added skill enhancement with industry based curriculum in the field of artificial intelligence and machine learning, food technology, and structural engineering. We have started our excellence center in 3D printing at Bhai Jeta Subharti Engineering College with an objective to cater research appetite of different units of our university, and research scholar from different specialization will be able to produce desired outcomes with an aim to contribute in national growth. I welcome you all to use these resources here at Bhai Jeta Subharti Engineering College. Jai Hind, Jai Bharti, Jai Subharti. Thank you.